I'm back in my little shop. My little shop. This is where it all began. Back at my house, small single bay garage. You know, just KISS method basically. Keep it simple, stupid. And I was able to grow from this to my big shop. And now I have outgrown the bigger shop. My 3-bay shop, everybody gets to see on my channel. That's where I work on my cars. Is now kind of over accumulative or over accumulated. It's freaking packed. There we go. Yeah, there we go. It's too much in there, and it's getting to the point now where everybody wants restorations. And Subarus, they rot. It is what it is. So that's kind of what I specialize in. Is I build and I restore. I'm in the process of waiting on my rotisserie to come here. That way I'm able to flip the cars upside down and work on these floor pans and rocker panels so much easier. Make my job easier. So yeah, with that said, I am back home now. I am. Basically I was just kind of utilizing this free space and the storage above and whatnot, which I built all this. I built all that, as you can see. It's all insulated, all these walls and whatnot. This is all rafters and whatnot. There was no insulation, there was no sheetrock, there was nothing when I first came in here. I don't own this house. It cost me about $3 grand to do everything, as you can see, seal it all up and whatnot, because I wanted to work in here during the winter and get everything done. So I had to do it right. So I don't own the house, I rent. So I got a hold of my renter, and the owner of the house, I'm the renter, and I asked him, I said, hey, obviously he was going to say yes, because I said, hey, let me finish that garage out there so I can, actually do stuff in there and work in it. And he said, yeah, just as long as you make sure that you do it the best way that it can be. And he had 2 of his contractors. They came out. They were like the main guys that I normally see all the time. They're his main, repairman for all the houses that he owns. He's big wig. He's got a bunch of houses that he rents out. So he's got a contractor that goes around and maintains all the homes. They came here while I was, about halfway through the sheetrock work. I already had everything all sanded out. I was just getting ready to paint it. And he came in here thinking that I did that for a living, that I do this for a living. I don't do this for a living. I do body work. So I know how to do sheetrock work. I grew up in a construction field, so it is what it is. I really don't want to bore you with my background story of where I come from and why I can do all this stuff. But with that said, I just want to basically convey to you that you can start small and move your way up, guys. Dreams don't necessarily plateau, and if they do, it's probably your fault. You need to just put more effort into it, and if you're doing your best, maybe you need help. You need to be humble and ask for help. It's something that I've had to learn how to do, and I'm super independent. It is what it is. So I'm talking too much already. What I'm trying to do now, because I've outgrown the other shop, is move all of the actual engine building portion here and have an actual clean room. That way I can take all the motors, all the engine stands, everything down there. I can keep 1 or 2 stands at the shop and have, the 4 or 5 other ones here. I can line them all up. I just got some racks. That way I can stock up all the heads and whatnot and all the miscellaneous parts. I can paint everything and do all the restorations at my big shop. And I come back here, do all the assembly here, everything, because I'm just too meticulous. I don't want any dirt. I don't want to have any issues. I also definitely don't want anybody messing with me while I'm doing this. And that's one thing that I just got sick and tired of dealing with. And I enjoy working with someone because I get more work done. The only downfall with that is 80% of the time I'm having to teach them also as well. So it takes away a lot of time. Time to me is worth more than money. Way more than money. So now it's to the point now where I feel like I probably should just do everything on my own. It is what it is. But if I can get help, I'll get help. So for now, I'll do all the assembly here. I can keep a nice clean room. I can paint all the engine parts. I can do all the restoration all at my shop. I bring here, everything's all perfect. And then literally I can do it just like an engine builder should. Load it in the back of the truck, everything's all wrapped up on a pallet, and I can bring it right to the shop, and I can put it right in the car. It's all ready to go, nice and beautiful and pretty. I don't have to worry about body dust. I don't have to worry about any dust, period, anything. You know, as far as like, especially metal, because I do a lot of metal work, and I don't want that to accumulate in any of these engines, and it's just not smart to do body work and work on a motor. It's just silly. So, I've been talking for 5.5 minutes about my silly little situation, but that's where I am, guys. You were wondering why haven't I had an upload in a while. This is why, because I am now going from this little shop here at my place, which is just a little single bay, and I'm going to do some construction in here. I'm going to build some benches, throw a toolbox in here, go from there, go ham. I threw in the stairs here. They all pull down and whatnot. Everybody knows about the attic pull down stairs. There's storage up there. I built a full attic, so I can store things here and I can keep things clean. It actually stays warm in here, and you can actually hear me. That salamander, as you can see, that power light, it's on. It's been on this whole time, and it hasn't kicked on because it actually stays warm in here, versus my shop in Groton does not stay warm because the interior walls are hollow. I was told that they were insulated. They're not insulated. So once I got into like rebuilding those walls, I got in there and I'm like, there's no insulation in here. And I wonder why I can't keep heat in my garage. So that's why I'm putting a wood stove in at the shop also as well. Other than that, you know, I love wood. You know, what's great about that is it's free. You just go down, you cut down a dead tree, you know, and you burn it, and the radiant heat that comes off of not only the wood but the stove itself, because I got a big cast iron stove, that alone just has great ambient heat, you know, and it retains its heat also as well. So like the heat retention, because it's cast iron, it stays hot for a very long time. The flame goes out, 2 hours later, it's still radiating heat, which is awesome. So that's the smartest way for me to do that. Not only that, with doing the bodywork portion, I want to be able to get rid of any kind of fumes coming off of any kind of accelerant, you know, such as these heaters and whatnot, especially because of the overburn and a lot of the carbon and all, you know, crap like that. Because I want to be able to paint. I want to have flawless paint jobs. I'm adamant about doing that, and it just is what it is. I'm just a little too OCD. If it's not done right, I'm going to redo it. Even if it costs me money, I have to do it right. So, yeah. Sorry I haven't made an upload in a while. I do have one coming up very shortly. I actually have 2 of them coming up very shortly. I got this new phone. If you can't tell already, the camera is way better. Yeah. So, with that said, thanks guys for being loyal subscribers and not hitting that unsubscribe button, you know, and unsubscribing from me just because I'm not uploading. You know, like I said I was going to be and doing the dailies. The reason why is because I had a valve cover issue where I like only OEM parts. I was doing that EJ20X swap and I couldn't locate the valve cover gaskets. I found one guy, he had 3. It took 3 weeks before he was even going to answer any of the emails, and then he finally shipped out the valve cover gaskets. I literally just got them yesterday. So with that said, I'm gonna have to work my weekends now just so I can catch up from this guy's 3-week debacle of not wanting to even answer emails. And that's one of the main reasons why I haven't had an EJ20X upload as well, and any kind of progress for that car as well. So I will be doing that. I will having an upload for that. And again, I just apologize and thank you for being a loyal subscriber. Thank you guys. I'm Bill Schneider, Rumble Garage, Cars with the Stars, Subaru only. Have a good day, guys.